Are we live? Just a sec. Are we live? Hold on. Yeah, we are live. Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. If you are new to my stream, my name is Abhishek Sharma and I'm trying to learn advanced backend system design, and this is day 8 of that. So if you enjoyed the stream, do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. So let's get started now. Just a sec. Right. So just a sec, guys. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Just a sec. All right. So first, let me check if everything is fine or not. Hold on. Hi, love coding always. Hi, hello, love coding always. Welcome to the stream, brother. How are you? So first, last time we were working on the schema, and we created the schema. We have created the schema, and we also need one more table of refresh token because we are going to implement that as well. So here we can implement model refresh token, right? So we'll have this, and just a sec, if I go to my GitHub repository, GitHub, and guys, do let me know if I'm audible or not. This is my GitHub repository, and love coding always. Let's say you are given a task to add any feature in your product, but you don't have any knowledge of the concept. So how will you do it? Okay, so if I want to add a feature and I don't know much about it, firstly I will try to see tutorials on YouTube, anything that is related to that. If I find any good tutorial, I try to watch it and try to understand. Then secondly, I will try to read the documentation related to that field, to that feature. And third, I will use ChatGPT and I'll tell that, okay, this is the code base and I want to implement this feature and I want to use this technology. And then GPT, whatever GPT guides me, I will compare it with the documentation, and if it matches the documentation, then I'll start implementing it in my code base. That's what I would do. Okay, so there we go, and here we have Prisma, schema.prisma. We need this refresh token logic, right? ID token user ID user expires at. Okay, so we'll have this ID string, and this will be ID at the rate default UUID. Okay, so we have, just a sec, where is it, format document. Okay, we have this. Then after ID we'll have token of type string, and this has to be unique. Okay, this has to be unique, ID token, and then which user ID string, user ID, then the relationship, then we'll do expires at will be a date time, and by default date time. Okay, we can keep it like this, and then we'll create a relationship where we'll have user at the rate relation, and here we'll have fields, and here we're calling it user ID, and it references to ID. Okay, so we have this. Okay, and in this user table, one user. Okay, just a sec. Yeah, we are having this. All right, so we just need to make a npm run cd backend. Oh no, my code. Hello, oh no, my code. Welcome to the stream, bro. When chat of ChatGPT gets long and it hangs, but we want the context of the chat as it is, what should I do so that it does not hang? Okay, so when ChatGPT chat gets really long and if it starts hanging, then what you can do, you can just give one last prompt and you can ask it to explain the entire context of the chat, and then GPT will send you a response. Then copy that response and create a new chat and paste that response in a new chat. That's what I do. So we have this. Okay, then npm run db, just a sec, first we'll open pgadmin. Okay, we'll open pgadmin. Okay, it is taking time. Okay, it opened and I can go here, servers, public. Okay, so we have here address, card items. Okay, now let's add. Oh no, my god, thank you bro, welcome. Oh no, my god. And for this we can npm run db migrate. Okay, fine. npm run. Okay, this is done, this migration is done, and if I refresh it now, here we'll see a new table as refresh token. Okay, so this is done, this part is done. Now we'll start working on the authentication. Okay, so inside config lib modules, we'll create a new folder as auth, and inside it we'll create auth.controller.ts. then we'll have auth.route.ts. then we'll have auth.service.ts, and then we'll have auth.repository.ts, and then we'll have auth.validation, or just a sec, I need to recheck. src modules auth interface mapper response route schema. Okay, so here we need auth.schema.ts, auth.schema, and also we need auth.interface.ts. okay, so we are going to implement what we learned from phase 1 here as well. So we are going to implement that dependency inversion here also. All right, and also I need to create one more folder as middleware. Yeah, middlewares. Okay, so just a sec, I'll check if I'm audible or not. Yeah, I'm audible. Okay, all right, so first we have to start with the schema. So in authentication, if I go here in my Prisma schema.prisma, if we see here, we have an ID, first name, last name, username, email, password. Okay, then role by default it will be user. Then we have phone number. Okay, so first let's start with import from. Okay, we have to install Zod, npm I Zod. We have npm I Zod. Okay, then we have npm I dash d @types/Zod. Okay, Zod does not have types. Fine, so we are doing this, and okay, this is done. Then export const register user schema equals, we have this But before that also we need to create some global error handler src. Here we can create another folder as utils. We have another folder as utils, and in my app.ts we have this one, and also we have to use app.use express.json, app.use express.url encoded extended to true. Then we have import course from course. Okay, then here we have app.use express.course. No, just we'll use course, and then we have to pass origin, and origin will be, we need to put, for now we can just put like this, but if normally we'll have a front end url http localhost 3000. okay, and this front end url we are going to go in config, and we'll put this here, export const front end url process.env.this. okay, we got this now, and this front end url we have it here, and we can use it here, front end url. okay, and credentials we keep it true. okay, we have this, and also cookie parser, we also need cookie parser. So for this one we can use here app.use import cookie parser, import cookie parser from cookie parser, and here we'll use cookie parser. okay, got this as well. And just a sec, is everything going fine? Yep. okay, so we have cookie parser as well. And one more thing is, let's create, we have this, and health check app.get, let's create a new route as health check, and here we'll have this, and here we'll do request, from a response, and here we can do res.status 200.json success to message API is working fine. okay, we have this now. For now, let's just do npm run dev. Hold on, what is the issue? What is this issue? What? Some feature Node.js JavaScript runtime may not be work, but you can't. What the hell is this? Okay. Like this is Windows Defender issues. I don't know why Windows is suddenly doing this. Hold on. Like Windows not letting Node only run. What the hell? Security. Okay. It's this. This error is called by ES builds binary feeling. Okay. Run these commands in the backend directory. ES build. If that doesn't work, try full clean install. Why this happens? ES will ship platforms with binaries. If node module was copied from another machine, okay, but we did not copy from anywhere. Okay, sure, yeah, okay. Okay, let's fix it. Let's first run this command. Okay, then let's try this again. Okay, this we are doing, and then let's try to run it again. Okay, again the same issue is happening. npm run dev. Injected from .env. Uh, okay, I did this. I got this. Good progress. There is an issue now. Cyclic proto value in express. Okay, this means you're mounting an express app onto its. Okay, okay. Hold on. In, hold on. App.use. Okay. What? This is my app.ts. Hyper. Hello, Hyper. Welcome to the stream. Bro, what is current status of the project? I was busy somewhere. Actually, the project, SAS project we have done, and we are waiting for the business registration. Only then we can proceed. Kang the Conqueror. What you building now? We got into phase two of the. We started learning advanced backend system design, and for that we are following a curriculum as well. I'll show you the curriculum. So we are following that curriculum to get into advanced backend system design. So for this, we are following a particular curriculum. We have completed the phase one of that, and the phase one we created a backend of an e-commerce of an blog application in phase one. Now we are into phase two. We are trying to we are trying to build the backend of a e-commerce application. Okay, can you provide me some free AI which I can connect with Visual Studio Code, like Maxardo? Hello Maxardo, welcome to the stream. Can you provide me some free AI which I can connect with Visual Studio Code? लाइक मैं अभी विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड में जो एआई यूज़ कर रहा है वो टाइम लिमिट लग जाता है, इससे चाहिए कि कौन सा एआई बेस्ट। मैं तो एक्चुअली कोड एडिटर में उतना एआई यूज़ करने मतलब अपना को पायलट भी ऑफ रखता हूँ। यूज़ कोडेक्स, इट इज़ फ्री। येस, वी यूज़ कोडेक्स। आई हैव क्रिएटेड अ न्यू वीडियो, माई लेटेस्ट वीडियो ऑन यूट्यूब इज़ ऑन कोडेक्स, यू कैन चेक इट आउट। ओके, सो होल्ड ऑन, दिस इज माई प्रथम। हेलो प्रथम, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। ब्रो, लाइफ में काफ़ी डिप्रेस रहता हूँ, क्या करूँ, कोई एडवाइस दो, कुछ हो नहीं पा रहा लाइफ में। ओके, देखो मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बट काफ़ी चीज़ें नहीं हो रही होगी, तो इसकी वजह से तुम्हें सेल्फ डाउट आ रहा है और उसकी वजह से डिप्रेशन वाला फीलिंग आ रहा है। बट इट्स अ फेज, ठीक है। फोकस ऑन व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट आर अंडर योर कंट्रोल। अभी तुम्हारे अंडर में क्या क्या कंट्रोलेबल्स है। मे बी यू कैन पुट ऑन मोर एफर्ट्स, मे बी यू कैन इफ़ यू आर trying to learn something, focus on learning it properly, right? तो जो तुम्हारे लाइफ में कंट्रोलेबल्स उसमें फोकस करो। कंट्रोलेबल्स जैसे कोई हम लोग ना क्या होता है कि रिजल्ट को लेके काफ़ी चिंता करते हो। रिजल्ट हम लोग के हाथ में होता नहीं है ना। रिजल्ट काफ़ी फैक्टर्स में इफेक्ट करता है, तो रिजल्ट हम लोग के हाथ में है नहीं, तो उसके ऊपर चिंता करके कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है ना। तो जो तुम कंट्रोल कर सकते हो उसको उस पर फोकस करो। जा, hello Za, welcome to the stream. Yo bro, what happened with the SaaS? What are you doing right now? Actually SaaS MVP is done. I have started working on the production side of the SaaS, and I need to register my business, only then I can proceed further. So I'm waiting for the registration part. Adonis, hello Adonis, welcome to the stream. हे ब्रो, आई होप यू आर डूइंग वेल। मैंने जस्ट 2-3 दिन पहले पोस्टग्रेस सीक्वल स्टार्ट करा है। थोड़ा समझ नहीं आ रहा सिंटैक्स याद कैसे रखूं, लाइक कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा। आप पोस्टग्रेस सीक्वल लाइक आप कोई फ्रेमवर्क के साथ यूज़ कर रहे हो कि आप सिंपल पोस्टग्रेस सीक्वल यूज़ कर रहे हो? 1% engineers, hi 1% engineers, welcome to the stream. This is my index.ts. Index.ts. Okay, found it. The bug is on the app.ts. This mounts app inside itself. Okay, got it. I made a big blunder. Basically not here, it should be outside this. It should be here, not. What the hell? App dot use course. Yeah, it should be here. And why am I getting this? I don't need it. What the hell is wrong with this? Just a sec. We have this. Okay. Yeah. Why is it giving me red line? Then this thing, and then we have the app.get. Okay, prettier is not working. Why? Hold on. Format document with prettier. Okay. हाइपर मैसेज रिट्रैक्टेड। ओके, अडोनिस एक्सप्रेस जेएस के साथ कर रहा हूँ इन डॉकर। अच्छा, तो डॉकर में इफ यू आर यूजिंग, हैव यू क्रिएटेड अनदर कंटेनर फॉर पोस्टग्रेस? स्पीड हियर, कॉमा इज यूज्ड। ओके, हियर ऑल्सो, जस्ट अ सेक, पुट दिस हियर। Oh no, I'm not able to understand कि इसमें इशू क्या हो रहा है। There we go here. Let's put it here. Origin, credentials. Okay. This. Okay. Then we have this. Okay. App.get. This here. App.get. Okay. Parcel. Parcel also. Comma. From where? Hold on. Okay, okay, got it. Hold on. Move this. Now we have this. Okay. App.get. App.get slash health check. Okay. Request and also response. Okay. Cappy, hello Cappy, welcome to the stream. Programming allows you to present your thoughts into reality, but because मेरा स्कूल में तो कंप्यूटर है नहीं थे, तो आप खुद से सीख सकते हो। सोचो, इतना मैथ्स फिजिक्स पढ़ा, प्रोग्रामिंग आती है तो यूज से कुछ इन्वेंट ही कर लेता। आप खुद से भी सीख सकते हो, पहले वो भूख आनी चाहिए। अडोनिस, लाइक आई एम सेटिंग द फाइल्स लाइक मोड व्यू कंट्रोलर डॉकर कंपोज .pml करके। आई डोंट नो मच, अभी कुछ पहले ही स्टार्ट कर रहा। मैं तो बोलूँगा कि पहले आप अगर पोस्टग्रेस में ज़्यादा फोकस करो तो मैं तो बोलूँगा विदाउट डॉकर ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट इट। डॉकर आप बाद में सीखो, पहले आप पोस्टग्रेस के साथ एक्सप्रेस सीखो, प्रिज्मा यूज़ करो, वॉट एवर आप यूज़ करना चाह रहे हो वो सीखो। लाइक जैसे ORM अगर आपको कुछ भी यूज़ करना वो यूज़ कर सकते हो, एंड डॉकर लास्ट में सीखो, क्योंकि डॉकर क्या है ना कि आपको काफ़ी ज़्यादा सेटिंग में चेंज करना है। जैसे आपको अगर आप डॉकर का अलग कंटेनर बनाओगे देन यू हैव टू पुट दैट डॉकर URL। 1% engineers, I have been putting some content from past 4 weeks. Try checking it out. If you are find alignment, we could possibly work together on something. Okay, I'll check it out. So we have this rest dot status 200 dot JSON success true message API is working fine. Okay, now let's see what we get. Okay, no issues. Close it. Let's restart it. npm run dev. It is working fine. So we can create a new पीयूष गर्ग सर ने डॉकर से कनेक्ट करा है. अच्छा, अगर आप वो डॉकर के साथ फॉलो कर रहे हो तो यू हैव टू सी की वॉट सेटिंग. फर्स्ट यू हैव टू गेट अ गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ डॉकर, राइट. पहले आपको डॉकर एक अलग सेपरेट टॉपिक हो जाता है, तो उसके वजह से डॉकर इंस्टॉल करने में काफ़ी इश्यूज आ सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो आपको पहले डॉकर अच्छे से समझना पड़ेगा. Namak YT. Hello Namak, welcome to the stream. Sup, what are you making today? Today we are working on the authentication part of the e-commerce application. So just a sec, we have to create a new collection here. Hold on. New collection. Backend learning e-commerce API. Okay. We have this backend learning e-commerce API, and here we can create few folders. Let's first create a request here, test request, health check. Let's make it health check. Okay, then here we have a localhost 4000/API. Just health check. Now here we should get response. API is working fine. Okay, this is working fine. All right, so before we proceed further, we have to make some global error handling also, right? So before we proceed further, backend src middleware, also we have to put a few things. Okay, Jordan, why aren't you using domain infrastructure presentation layer for this? For this I am going for layered architecture with services interface. If I show you, we are going for this layered architecture where we have controller, interface, repository, route, schema, and service. And presentation layer, I know like in presentation layer we can put controller inside there. Then in business layer, like in service layer, we have to put the service and interface part and all the mappers and all those things. Then in the repository layer, we have to put the repository. Like I'm going for this particular structure because in my previous phase we learned this one in phase 1. Now using that I'm going into phase 2. So yep, Namak, if you wanna make your startup, then how is this helping you? This is helping me because see, right, if in future we are going to use AI code editors and all those things, but we need a solid understanding of production grade backend, right? So, and I have created a new video on Codex where I was using Codex, and you know, while using Codex, I realized that we have to sit on top of it as a senior engineer. Only then we can use it at full potential. So to think like a senior engineer, we need to understand production grade backend systems, right, and system design. So that's why we are focusing on this. As in to deploy your SaaS and get users. Okay, cool shit, bhai. Damn, I wish I can be you soon. Thanks, Namak. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Okay. So first we have to make some global error handlers, right? And we did this in the previous. Okay, using here we can go to utils, and first let's create a global app error. Extends error public status code. Status is operational. Constructor message status code super this dot message status starts with okay is operation. Okay, fine. So first let's create an app error, new file app error.ts. we have this export class app error which extends the error class. Okay, extends the error class, and inside this we have public status code which is of type string or number. I think, yeah, it has to be number. Status code number, then public status, it will be string. Okay, Cappy, this will be a great influence to youngsters. Oh, thanks, Cappy. Thanks a lot, man. Public status, and then we have public is operational, which is boolean. Okay, then we have to create a constructor, and here we'll pass the status code message and status code. Okay, here we'll pass the message of type string and status code of type number, and inside this constructor, this dot message will be message. Hold on, first also we need to call the constructor of the parent class. Okay, then we have this dot message, then we have this dot status equals, we have to make this that if status code dot starts with status code, hold on, it will end here only, just a sec, this will end here, and status code starts with 4, status code starts 4, then it will be fail or it will be error. Okay, then we have status dot is operational to true. Okay, hold on, status code, public status code, hold on, this dot status code, hold on, this dot status code equals status code. Okay, we have this, so this we are doing, this is operational and all, and then error capture stack. Okay, hold on, so see, we are doing this so that we get consistent error messages. Okay, so here we have error dot capture stack trace, and here we'll have this, we'll pass this, and this dot constructor. Okay, fine, so app error is done. Now we can just use this like app error, and inside this we have to pass the message and the status code. Okay, so app error is done. Then catch async. Catch async is we are not going to write try catch all the time. We are going to wrap the entire function inside a catch async function, so we are going to do that. So first let's create catch async.ts. okay, so catch import next function request response. Okay, catch async function request response and next, and returns promise of type any. Okay, of type this, fine, then return. Okay, so here we have export const catch async equals. Okay, and here we are passing a function, and here it has request of type request request response and next. Okay, we have this, and then it returns promise of type any. Hold on, not this, like this. Okay, promise of type any, and okay, this is done. Then we'll simply return. Okay, Jordan, how do you know if this if this is server developer code? Is there an open source code that I can validate to make sure they follow the structure? How do you know if this is senior developer code? Actually, see, for this we have created a curriculum. I have created a curriculum and I am following that curriculum, using this, and first in the phase one, we understood this layered architecture and clean architecture DTOs, all these things we understood in the phase one. And we so to validate the senior architecture or not, we did go through some like I did went into some tutorials online, and there I saw that they were also following this layered architecture. So that's how I got to know that okay, this is this layered architecture we can follow. And first I created this curriculum using AI, and I told AI this is a prompt that I gave, and inside this prompt I told AI what I wanted to do. And that's how I got to know okay, like I'm teaching myself from AI, and to validate that we are also comparing it with other people's code and seeing if it's proper, it's teaching me properly or not. So that's what we are doing. Okay, so yep, then we are returning this function, right? We have to return this function. Yep, have to request of type request response of type response next of type next function. And then here we are passing the function request comma response comma next dot catch next. Okay, we are doing this, and then we'll wrap it inside that. So catch async part is done. But this is from AI. How do you know if AI right? Yeah, that's a good question. To know if AI is doing right or not, we are following this as well, right? Like layered architecture for advanced backend. We are comparing it with few online backend layer architecture and all these things. We are going through this. This is I come from Spring Boot background, so in Spring Boot also we follow this similar architecture with Spring Boot, and within Nest.js also we follow the similar architecture. And there we understand okay, this controller layer, service layer, and repository layer, and main goal is to make the all the code base very loosely coupled. So that's where dependency inversion comes into the picture. And also I got this resource production grade code for practice. I got this resource, and inside this we are following this kind of architecture where we have different service layer, controller layer, service layer, and repository layer. And basically we are making we are following this kind of architecture to understand okay, this is kind of the code that we want to write. So, and this is the folder structure that we are going for. So yeah, we are comparing like whatever AI is teaching us, we are comparing it with the available resources online and from all the articles written from other developers, and using that we are seeing okay, this is fine and we can continue with it. So yeah. Okay, hey buddy, hello Miss YouTube, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you? You can get a second monitor for yourself if not done already. That helps a lot while coding. Yeah man, I was planning of like I want to get a second monitor. I will get it ASAP. Okay, so this part is done, catch async part is done, and then we need the send response part. Like this is for global, that makes sense. I just wanted to see something that validates that AI exactly. Even see, I know that AI can hallucinate, and there are lots of AI can hallucinate a lot, right? So to validate if AI is teaching properly or not, we are going to go through the articles, we are going to go through some online available resources to see if AI is actually teaching us properly or not. So that's how I'm proceeding. And will you recommend SMIT to anyone else? And good question. I don't know, man. I don't know. YouTube, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm good. YouTube, what's up? So we have catch async now. Just a sec. We also need a global response handler. So here we can create something like send response.ts, and here we'll follow a global we want to send response in a particular manner, right? All the time we don't want to give return res.json, res.status, all that thing. So that's why we create a send response function, and inside it we pass the payload and the message. So yep, export const send response equals This is a generic. Okay. YouTube. You noticed I purchased your membership, which was having someone errored before. Oh, YouTube, yeah, I noticed that you got the membership. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for becoming a member, YouTube. Okay, so we have this response. Then we have the response status code of type number, and this response is going to be a response from Express. Hold on, API response types. Okay, so before this we need to see this API response types index.ts. Here we need this kind of API response. Okay, so here also we need backend src. Also we need to create a folder as types, and here we have index.ts, and here we'll have export type. Okay, Khan, but tell now, I just your honest experience. One of my friend gave JE and he have SMIT on his list. Okay, see, SMIT is fine. It's not like, it's not so bad. It's good, but you cannot depend on it for interviews to get a job. You have to work. Like some companies come to SMIT, but you have to be skilled. Currently, I'm trying to learn YouTube. Currently, I'm trying to learn TypeScript. What are your thoughts in TS? Okay, so if you want to learn TypeScript, before TypeScript, make sure you know JavaScript properly. If you know JavaScript properly, then you can learn TypeScript in one day. Sagar Singh, hello Sagar, welcome to the stream. Hi, what are we up to? We are trying to learn advanced backend system design, and we are in the phase 2, and we are trying to, build the backend of an e-commerce application. Manish, hello Manish, welcome to the stream. I have interview for AI trainee concepts to revise. Okay, for concepts first get into machine learning, deep learning basics. Then Gen AI you should know really well. Gen AI, like how does LLM works, what are AI agents, like basics of LLMs and generative AI. You need to know this really well. YouTube. Yeah, I noticed that working on a project based on TS, it's very similar to JavaScript, and it's easy to work as I know JS. Yeah, man. TypeScript is easy if you know JavaScript properly. So we have API response export. Okay, this accepts an generic. Okay, and then we have success boolean. Okay, here we have success boolean message string, and data is optional, and it will be of type T. Okay, we have this. And what is the issue here? Export type. Yeah, okay, we got this. And here in my app send response, what are we doing? Manish, can you explain LangChain in graph? LangChain and LangGraph real world examples. Okay, see, LangChain, I'll show. LangChain is used for creating sequential AI agents. For example, a RAG application. A RAG application where you input a data, then we create an embedding, here, right? We create an embedding, then we store it in the vector database, vector database, and then we compare it like with our then we perform a cosine, or cosine to compare the embeddings and all. This is a sequential agent, right? Here LangChain is fine. Lang graph is used for, you know, to build AI agents that are not sequential. For example, it can be like, like for a graph based AI agent, like AI agent that, like for example, in center we have an, for example, this is an agent, this is an AI agent, right? Then here also we have an AI agent, here also we have an AI agent, here also we have an AI agent, here also we have an AI agent. And for this AI agents, particular tasks are performing, and then this AI agent depends on this, right? And same for this agent, another task is going on, this agent, another task is going on, this agent, another task is going on, and this agent depends on this agent as well, this as well, this as well. So for this kind of agentic architecture, we go for lang graph. Sagar Singh, laptop specs, keyboard and mouse. Okay, laptop specs is HP laptop 15X. I have 16 GB RAM, 500 GB SSD, Intel Iris Xe graphics card, and Intel Core i5. And keyboard is Evo Fox FK11, and mouse is simple Bester mouse. I am Groot Chinu. Hey bro, how are you doing? Hello Chinu, welcome to the stream. I'm good brother, how are you? YouTube, I'm planning to work in SaaS, but as a solo developer, it's being boring and difficult. Okay. See, as a solo developer, I can understand that, it can get a bit difficult. But if you know the basics properly, you have to find solutions to the problems. I'm currently in my second year and I'm working with a US based company. Do you think I have an edge over my colleagues? Yes, you have an edge over your colleagues. You are in second year and you are already working with a US based company, and that's very good, Ayan Khan, because you have a very good advantage, and with time your experience will also improve. And now I will suggest you, just go for this kind of jobs only. It will help you a lot. It pays well as well. YouTube. Yeah, and I'm also in second year. Can you tell me about your work? Okay. Manish, thanks bhaiya, and also explain key concepts in MLDL. See, for machine learning, basically there are two kinds of things. In machine learning, in ML, entire ML is divided into two parts. One is regression. Regression is basically number based, like you have to maybe predict a number. That is called regression. And then we have a classification. Then we have classification, right? We have classification. Classification means identifying it's a 0 or 1, right? It's a yes or no, it's a cat or a dog, something like that. So that is classification. And in machine learning, majorly focuses on these two things: classification and regression and classification. So inside regression, we have different models like linear regression, all those things, logistic regression. Logistic is mainly used for classification, but we have linear and all these other algorithms. Then in classification, we have other algorithms. This sums up machine learning. Then to get into deep learning, for deep learning we get into perceptrons. Perceptrons are basically neural nets. A single perceptron, like multi-layer perceptrons, are known as neural networks, right? So for deep learning we get into neural perceptron concept. So that's the major difference. Okay, Chinu, what is your next big project you are planning to do? The next big project will be, maybe I will start building a mobile application as a solo developer, and I'll try to monetize it as well. And Khan, come over on Discord, let's have a chat. Okay. We have this. And Ayan Khan, like the US based company that you're working for, is it a startup? And if it's a startup, then do let me know as well, because I am looking for good startups as well. Then we have the payload of type API response, and we pass this T and this. Hold on. Payload. Okay. Return res dot status. We have status code dot JSON, pass the payload. Okay, sure, my username in Discord. Okay, I do let me know, Ayan Khan, is it a startup or not? If it's a startup, I'm also looking forward to work in a startup. So do let me know as well. So we have send response. Okay, so send response part is done as well. Catch async, app error is done. Okay, so these things are done, and also we need to create a middleware as global error handler. Global error. Okay, hold on. So for this to work, Ayn Khan, it's not a startup, but I'll make sure to get you recommended because you're great at everything. Oh, thanks, Ayn Khan. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. It means a lot, Ayn Khan. Tectonic Baba. भैया उबंटू का यूज़ कहाँ होता है? Ubuntu is basically Linux based operating system, and Ubuntu is used in servers a lot, VPS servers, AWS EC2. Like we can create different images of different operating system, and Ubuntu is a major operating system when it comes to working in servers. So we have middlewares, and then we have here error.middleware. Exactly. So here also we need to create an error.middleware.ts. Okay, global. Okay, thanks, welcome, Tectonic Baba. Okay, so for global error handler we have error request response next function, then let error, we'll destructure it, error.message node env. Okay, so for this config we have this. Manish, bhaiya, EDA and ETL, is it same? EDA and ETL, what is give the full form de do thoda. Global error handler, error.message, error.status code, error.status. If node environment is development, then operational, we are not going for operational. Okay, if error is operational, okay, fine. Manish, exploratory data analysis, इतना ये तो नहीं मुझे पता. एक्सप्लोरेटरी डेटा एनालिसिस ये मुझे ध्यान में नहीं है, पता नहीं क्या है. एक्सपोर्ट const global error handler. So here we have error of type any, request of type request, response of type response, and here we have next of type next function. Okay, we have this. First will error equals, will destructure the error. Okay, ERR. Okay, we have this. So error is this, then error.message. Okay, so inside this we are putting error.message equals ERR dot message. Okay, then error dot status code equals ERR dot status code if there is a status code, if not 500. Okay, status code, and then error dot status equals ERR dot status, if not we'll simply say error. Okay, this is done, and then we are doing return s dot error dot status. Okay, status. Okay, fine. So if we have this node environment equals to development, if node environment is development, I sent a message on Discord or YouTube. Okay, fine. Okay, we have this, then return res dot status, we have this error dot status code dot json, then dot json status have ERR dot status message dot err dot message stack. Also we need to give err or dot stack, err dot stack. Okay, we have this, and then we have error. Okay, and if it is not in development, if we need to see if error dot is operational is true, then here we are going for we are not going to show the stack. Okay, so in production we are not going to show the stack. Return rest dot status error dot status code, and then we have dot json here, and here we have status will be error dot status message, we have error dot message. Okay, so this thing, Abhay for sure. Hello Abhay, welcome to the stream. Bro, can you suggest resource for Next.js? For Next.js, there's a YouTube channel called Ankita. Just a sec, I'll show you. This one, Ankita Kulkarni. This YouTube channel is very good for Next.js. You can check this out. Okay, so this is done, and if nothing is here, then we'll simply return rest dot status 500 dot json. Here we have success false message, something went wrong, okay. Yep, and then this global error handler, we are going to use it inside our app.ts. So we are going to use it in the end. Yeah, in the end I think. So yep, this is used at the end. App.use global error handler. Okay, we used it. Thanks, bye. Welcome, Abhay, for sure. So this is done. This global error handling is also done. This is done. Now we can work on it. So first, I also need to create a validate.middleware. Validate.middleware.ts. We have this, and inside it we have this validate.middleware. We have this one. Okay, Red Brad. Hello Red Brad, welcome to the stream. Bro, how long have you been in web development? How do you remember all the syntax? Red Brad, I have been I started web development back in 2020, and my first tech stack was Python based Django, and from then I got into Spring Boot for my job. Like in my previous company we were working with Spring Boot, and now we are I'm learning Next.js. And syntax, see, I also don't remember syntax, but I understand the flow. So once you understand the flow, it becomes very easy for you to, you just need to understand, okay, these are the things that I need to do. For example, for login flow, for authentication flow, our user will send its username, email, password. And for what is the login flow? So pseudocode will be first we need to hash the password. First we need to check if a user with that email already exists or not, So yeah, we have that. Just a sec. Yep. First we check if the error with that if a user with that email is there or not. Then we check. Then we hash the password. Then we store the hash password in the database. So that's the main register flow. So we need to understand the flow. If you understand the flow, then no matter what tech stack you're working, you can work with Spring Boot, you can work with Django, you can work with Express, Nest.js, whatever it is, the flow remains the same. Just the way of writing the code changes. Okay. So for this validate middleware, we have validate schema dot object. Okay. Validate. Okay, but here also we have this. Okay, fine. Zod object. Okay, so for this one we can validate. It takes schema Zod object of type any, and then where next save parse, schema dot save parse. Okay, what's your thought on Django? I'm learning it along with DS in Python. Django is a strong framework. It's a very strong framework, but like it is used in Instagram and Spotify backend as well. But see, if you want to get into startups and all, then maybe you can go with Fast API. But Django jobs are there, but it's very less as I've seen. So yeah. Okay. Request response next. Save parse if result.success is false. Error.issue.map. Okay, field join. Throw new map error. Okay. Request.bodies.digital.data. Okay, fine. So for this to work, we first need to export const validate, and this validate takes a schema. It takes a schema which is of type Zod object of type any. Yep, Zod object of type any, and also this. Okay, this. Then here we have, okay, and here we have request comma response comma next, and here we have request express, response express, next function express, and this, and then here we have const result equals schema dot save parse request dot body. Okay, and if result dot success is false, okay, if result dot success is false, const errors equals result dot error dot issues dot map, then we have error. Okay, we have this error, hold on, returning this, and field be error dot path dot join. Yeah, field, then we have message error dot message. YouTube, thanks YouTube, thanks for the super chat, man, means a lot. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, YouTube. We have this. Okay, so once this is done, also then we throw a new app error, and for this we pass errors, pass this errors dot map e, then here we have e dot field dollar e dot message dot join. Okay, we have this, and also the status code. Then okay, errors, hold on, so where is this errors coming from? Const errors, hold on, so actually this thing has to be inside that only. Okay, move it here, and it is going, okay, here, put this here, throw new app error, and then we just put request dot body equals result dot data. We are passing the clean data. Okay. Okay, then we are calling the next function. Yep, then we are calling the next function. All right. YouTube, I should thank you, buddy. You are motivating me very much. Oh, thank you, YouTube. Thanks for such kind words, man. It means a lot. Thanks a lot. So, we have created this validate middleware as well. Okay, fine. All right. So now let's go to the modules. First, let's create the schema. So for that, we have schema.prisma. Okay, we have schema.prisma. First name, last name, username. So here we have first name, last name. All right. So for this, first name z dot string dot minimum 1, first name cannot be empty. Then we have the last name z dot string minimum. Actually z last name can be optional. Let's make it optional, but here in schema is it optional? Last name, let's make it optional. Last name can be empty. No last name, yeah, we can make last name as empty. Make last name empty. Hi, hello Nived Dev. Hi, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you? Hold on. So what is happening? Okay. Rohit, hello Rohit, welcome to the stream. Hello Abhishek sir. Would it be possible to see a live preview of your website? Which website? Actually, for this e-commerce, we are just working on the backend because we are trying to learn backend. So we are not going to build any front end for this, because front end is fairly easy, and I'm confident with front end, and we have AI as well for front end. But here we are focusing on working with the backend. We have this. Okay. npm run dev. Okay. So we can keep last name optional. Then after last name we have username. Username z dot string dot minimum 3. Username must be at least 3 characters long. Red Brad. I initially started with Spring, but then I switched to Django so that I could focus on DSA with Python. Should I switch to Spring Boot itself? No, you can stick to Python. Python is very good for DSA as well. And Spring Boot, see, if you're a fresher, there are lots of jobs for Spring Boot, but for fresher it is very difficult to get into Spring Boot, because if you go and see job, if you search jobs, there you will see that for Spring Boot they're asking for minimum 2 years of experience from a fresher. So that does not make sense, right? How can a fresher get a 2 years of experience? So most of the job postings for Spring Boot developer, it comes with this only, 2 years of experience minimum as a fresher. So that's why if you're a fresher, then like it's not, I'm not saying that it is not possible to get a job with Spring Boot. It is possible, but it is fairly difficult. So yeah, 3 characters long. Then after this, then we have email z dot email, then z dot email, then password z dot string dot minimum 6. Password must be at least 6 characters long. Okay. Sid, hello Sid, welcome to the stream. Hey brother, what about DSA engineer? What's your view on it? Data engineer. What's your view on data engineer? Yeah, data engineer is a very good job. It's a like it's booming because AI is booming a lot. And data engineer, it's good, but the thing is, for a fresher, it's a bit difficult to get into data engineering. Nived, hey, how did you approach this startup? Was it cold outreach or okay? Ahad Khan. Hello, Ahad Khan. Welcome to the stream. The concept of DSA is to write efficient code in which language you're coding. If you're a data science student doing DSA in Python, it's preferable. True. I agree with Ahad Khan. So we have password, and then after password, role. And see, role can be optional, because even if we don't provide a role, z.enum, and it can only be user, seller, or admin. Okay. Okay. Let's create a type enum, user role. Hold on. z.enum zod. Let's see how to define enums. Okay, array of, okay, so this will be an array, and this is also optional. This is optional because even if somebody does not provide a role, it will be by default user role, right? I got recommended, gotta have some good contacts. Okay, Nived, I see, that's great, bro. Okay, Sid, yeah, by the way, thank you, bhaiya, you sound great. Thanks, Sid, thanks a lot, man. Okay, we have role as well, then we need phone number as well. So phone number, we have phone number and z dot string, because phone number also we have to keep it as string, right? Yep, let's keep it as string only. And minimum should be 6. Hold on. Phone number must be at least 6 digits, and max it can be, let's keep it 12. Usually it's 10, but we can keep it 12. Hold on. So we have this phone number. Okay, so this is my schema, and yeah, we can remove this. Okay, we have this. Okay, so then we can export type register user DTO equals z dot infer, and here we'll do type of registered user schema. Okay, we have this. Fine. So the schema part is done. So these are the data. This is the kind of data that we are going to accept in our backend. Red Brad, do you keep any template for getting the flow while you start the project? See, my templates are basically my previous projects only. My previous projects on GitHub, I use it as template. Ahad Khan, bro, where did you learn backend from? I learned basic backend from Chayar Code YouTube channel. There's this backend playlist. I learned from there, and then after that, I learned by building projects, and I learned it on my own after that. So this is done. Then let's create a route, right? Authentication route. So import express from express. Okay, then we have const router equals express dot router. Fine, we have this. Then router dot route slash auth slash register dot post, then export default router. Okay, then this will be used in app, and we'll be using it app dot use dot slash API slash v1 slash auth, and here we'll be using import auth router from modules slash auth route.ts, and then here we have this. Okay, Sid, can you just brief yourself about what you teach here, because recently I have joined you. I need some information on SQL. I'm finding it quite difficult, please. Okay, hello Sid, my name is Abhishek Sharma, and I used to work in a MNC in a service-based company as a Spring Boot developer, and I left my job 3 months back, around 2.5 months back only. And my goal is to build my own startup and build my own SaaS, and that's what I want to do. And for that, whatever content I'm posting on this YouTube channel, it's related to skills that will help me build a SaaS. And previously I have worked on the MVP of a SaaS, and like you can see the previous streams, we were working on the MVP of a SaaS, and now I'm waiting for my business registration. Only once the business is registered, then I can use the payout feature for the SaaS. So we are waiting for that. And right now, see, I'm building a startup, so in future I would want to create a complex backend system as well for my startup. So that's why we are trying to get into advanced backend and system design, and I believe in project-based learning. See, most of the content on YouTube that I have seen is mostly for system design. It is theoretical. There are not much practical concept of that. So for that, I always believe in project-based learning. So I learn by building projects. So that's what I'm doing, and I have built a curriculum for myself only. Like I used AI to create a curriculum for myself, and I have completed the phase 1 of this curriculum. We're in the phase 2 right now, and for this we are trying to build the backend of an e-commerce application in a scalable way. And like in even the code that we are trying to write here, it's trying to be we are trying to write production grade code. Okay, Anirudh, bro, do you use Git, and how to learn Git and GitHub? Yes, I use Git, and to learn GitHub, you can watch one YouTube video either from Code with Harry or Chai or Code YouTube channel. The good, like only one video on GitHub is sufficient. Ahad Khan. So for a startup, you're alone developing. Right now, I'm alone. I'm a solo developer trying to build my startup and SaaS. So yeah, auth router as well. We have the auth router. So this thing is done. Now we need to create an hold on. So for this, validate middleware. Where is it? Middleware, validate middleware. We have to use this middleware, right? So for this route, first we are going to use this middleware, and inside this we have to use register user schema. And okay, what is the issue? What is the issue here? Zod optional, username, email, Zod. Okay. Fine. What is the issue? Type argument of type first name, last name, username. Okay. Zod object of type any. Right. Zod string, Zod email, password, phone number is missing in the following properties from a Zod object. Okay, let's see. We don't need this actually. Schema.prisma, auth.schema, register. Okay, got it. My issue. So what we did is basically we have to do the Zod.object, and inside this we have to pass it. and inside it we have to pass it. Okay, yeah, so we have this. Yeah, so now it is working, and now I need to create the controller. Soik 125, welcome to the stream, Soik. Bro, how much time you code in a single day? During my streams, I code for around 2.5 hours, and then during my daytime, I work like, if I have a freelancing, I also take one-on-one calls. People who need detailed guidance from me, I take one-on-one calls with them. Apart from that, I also work on as a freelancer. So if I have freelancing projects, I work on that. If not, then I try to work on my own products. Okay. Sage Burnt, what's your thought on Cubes OS? I have not tried Cubes OS. Sid Chawan, loads of power to you, young man. Good going. Thanks, Sid. Thanks a lot, man. Anirudh, you were Spring Boot developer, so you could use Spring Boot for backend, right? Yes, I was a Spring Boot developer, and if you see my older videos, I was using Spring Boot. But here, right now, I'm a solo developer, and see, Spring Boot is very powerful, but only when you have, at least 6 to 5 team members working on one single project, then Spring Boot is fantastic. But as a solo developer, Spring Boot can get a little overwhelming, and I was facing that issue that most of my time was going into configuration only in Spring Boot. So that's why I avoided Spring Boot, because right now I'm a solo developer trying to build my own SaaS, and that's why I went with Express.js, because it is very minimal and it gives me more control. So yeah. So like, how much time you do code in a single day? I said like during my stream, I go for 2.5 hours to 3 hours maximum. I code during my stream, and during my daytime, I give around, if there are no calls, like I also take one-on-one calls. So apart from calls and apart from my freelancing projects and all, then I give around it, like, I don't know, maybe more 3 hours to 4 hours. So maybe around 6 to 7 hours. Okay, Sid, don't you teach SQL? Actually, SQL, see, I know SQL and DBMS, it is very important. And, like for DBMS concept, we use this concept of ER diagram. So I know all these things, SQL and all, but right now, I have not started teaching those things. Okay. Anirban Datta. Hello, Anirban. Welcome to the stream. Great, bro. Thanks, Anirban. All right. So we have this. Now we have to create the controller. Right. So for this, we can create a class. Hold on. So should I create a class? Hold on. Just a sec. Presentation, HTTP, controllers, middlewares, async handler. Okay, presentation. Let's see this code. Why is it opening it like this? Yes, open with code. Okay, hold on, not here. What we can do is, I can go here, and here I can open it with code. Render build. Hello Render, welcome to the stream. After you left your job, was it difficult for you, FOMO and all? Since in India it's quite difficult to leave all and working full time on personal. Yeah, man, it was difficult because like in Indian mindset is like that only. Like if you leave your job, you're the most foolish person in this world. But people don't understand that, like especially in service-based company. I tried giving my weekends to my startup, and giving my night time to my startup. But in service-based company, there is no work-life balance. There is literally no work-life balance. And in my company there was no work-life balance, and I was not able to work on my startup. So I thought, see, one day I was thinking that either I'm going to die doing this only, or I'm going to regret when I'm 80 or 75, whatever the age I go for, like either I'll regret it at that age. Right now I don't have any responsibilities, I am not married, I don't have kids, so that's why I can take risk. So that's why I left my job. So in server src, Anirban, bro, can you share a LinkedIn? Anirban, I don't use LinkedIn. Actually, I hate LinkedIn, so I don't use it. Presentation controllers or controller. So for this also, constructor register user. Where is this coming from? Application use case. Application infrastructure. Application use cases. Auth. Login user. Okay. Fine. We have this. Okay. We have this. And fine. We are. So in controller, we are using this. Read only. Where is this read only coming from? Okay, read only. Register user, login user, get current user. Request, register, parse. Okay. Register user dot execute. Okay. Response. Sanitize user. Sanitize, where is it coming from? Where is this function sanitize coming from? Okay, sanitize. All right. We have this. Fine. Okay. Okay, something like this only. So what we can do is we can either create a class. We can create a class. Okay. Pranav, bro, I'm little bit problem, need advice, frustrated. What happened, Pranav? Do let me know. What's up? So let's create a class. Should we create a class? Yeah, let's create a class. Export the class auth controller. Okay. Export class auth controller. And then we have functions. Okay, register. We have this. Hold on. No, let's not create a class here. Let's not create a class. Let's go like this. Export const register user controller catch async. Here we have async. Here we have request comma response, and here we have request. Here we have response. Okay. दीक्षांत गेमिंग, हेलो दीक्षांत, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. भाई वर्क ज़्यादा सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी में होता है प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड? See, I've not worked in a product based company, but I know that service based company exploit, that I can say. Like work life balance is shit there. So yeah, any option for freelancing? Fiverr is too late. See, for freelancing I always say that I never use Upwork or Fiverr because I never got projects from there. And if you want to get into freelancing, I would suggest that use your own network. Tell your friends, your families, your relatives, tell them that these are your skills, and if they know anyone, and you can build projects for them, please recommend me. You can tell them. Anirban, do you make an e-commerce platform? Yes, this is just for the learning part. We are trying to build a backend of an e-commerce application. Pranav, bro, sole earner of my family. GF let me, was a good student. Now in situation SB's production support. Don't know where to go from here. Okay, so right now you have a job in your hand. And I understand, being a sole earner in your family, it can get, you have lots of responsibilities in your hand, in your hand, and also your GF left me, your GF left you. So I will suggest that don't care about that thing. GF guy, leave it. Okay, but right now, see, you have a job in your hand, and whatever free time you get, use your free time. Whatever free time you get, use it to upskill yourself. Whatever free time you get, use it. Maybe you can get into development, or if you're interested in AI ML, first you need to research what are good high paying jobs, right? Then in IT only, what are good high paying jobs? Research about that and pick one route. Don't try to learn everything. Pick one thing. right? For example, you can get into AIML, you can get into agentic AI developer, something like that, and pick one route and research how you can learn those things, right? And then give your free time learning that, right? Once you see, now you have a, don't leave your job right now because you're a sole earner, don't leave your job right now, but while doing a job in your free time, use that time to upskill yourself. Anirudh, can you please tell me how to learn React, like high level roadmap? I don't know JavaScript. Also, I need to learn in 7 days. Okay, so first, before you get into React, you have to get into JavaScript. And for JavaScript, you can follow one playlist called Chai Code in Chai Code YouTube channel. You can follow that playlist there. JavaScript playlist is there. You can follow that for JavaScript. And for React, see, in React, also there's this playlist. I followed that playlist only in Chai Code YouTube channel. There's the React playlist as well. You can follow that it will help you. Big Chill, hey, hello Big Chill, welcome to the stream. Pranav, no, the thing is, I don't know what should I do in life. I don't know, my mother is dependent on me, but I'm also but I'm losing hope in myself only. Never did DSA, hoping to get it into Java full stack. Okay, see, Pranav, firstly, hats off to you that you're trying to handle these things, and like you are in a point where your mother can actually depend on you. It means that you are able to take responsibility. That's why she is getting dependent on you. And secondly, like if you want to get into Java full stack, then pick Java and first do DSA. Well, like you have to do both DSA and development. You have to manage both the things simultaneously, right? See, in DSA you don't have to give 6 to 8 hours every single day. Just give 2 hours to DSA, that's fine. And rest of the time learn Spring Boot with Java. First learn Java, then get into Spring Boot. Anirban, bro, can you add bulk product upload feature in your project? Just a suggestion. Yes, so we can add that. I'll add that bulk upload feature as well. QWERTY, hello QWERTY, welcome to the stream. Bhaiya, hi, I want to know what is system design in backend. System design is basically a way of writing scalable code. See, in system design is, you have to think, will my server able to handle 1 million users in one particular time? Is my code scalable in that sense? Pranav, be honest, am I too late? 1.5 years of experience. Actually, you're not late. You have experience. And once, see, with Java Spring Boot, the main issue is they ask for 2 years of experience, right? So you already have 1.5 years of experience and you have job in your hand. So I will suggest you go for next 6 months. You will do job for next 6 months, and in that 6 months, along with the job, upskill yourself and learn Spring Boot, and then start applying to companies, because you already have 1.5 years of experience. YouTube, Abhishek, again same question from you. You also think DSA is overrated or overhyped? See, it is overhyped, I agree, but it is not overrated because DSA is required to clear interviews in product-based company. You cannot deny this fact that DSA is required to clear interviews in product-based companies. How can you build application on your own without seeing any video or using AI? See, basically, before I reached this level, I did see tutorials and all, and I used to take help from AI as well. But right now we're trying to learn, and I'm teaching myself through AI. My shadow, कौन सा extension use कर रहे हो? ये files icon जो show हो रहा है, इसके लिए we are using, just a sec, for this thing. Hold on. For file icon theme, I'm using VS Code icons. Okay. Bro, what will be the Anirudh? Bro, what will be the logic behind bulk product upload? Can you tell me? Yup. See, for bulk product, first, we have to, create an array, and then we have to create a loop, and inside that loop, one by one, we have to insert the product into the database. That's the main logic. How to master system design in backend from scratch? QWERTY board. Hello QWERTY. How to master system design in backend from scratch? Okay, so to master system design, what I am doing is I have created my own curriculum using AI, and I'm using this curriculum to teach myself. That's how I'm doing it. YouTube, yeah, we cannot deny that, but other than that, see, it is overhyped, but it is not so difficult to learn DSA. Sid, Abhishek Bhaiya, how to overcome the fear of communication, because I can understand English and I can speak too, but the thing is, whenever I try to mock or delivering the message, I get stuck. So any tip for that, improving English? Okay, So to improve your English, see, you can understand English and you can speak also, but when you are speaking you get stuck. It is because you get nervous, right? You get nervous, and also you are actually thinking in your native language and then you are converting it. So that's why you get stuck, right? So you have to start thinking also. When, for example, when you're sitting, try to think also in English. It helps. When you're sitting, for example, you're thinking about something, you're thinking about watching a match, or you're thinking about whatever you're thinking, try to think about it in English. Sit and think in your head, only think in English, and whatever thinking, try to speak that. It will help you. Big chill. I saw your Codex video. You can make e-commerce backend using Codex. I mean, with the help of AI, can create products so much faster now. Yes, I know. Codex, it can write code really well. I understand that. But right now, my goal is to learn advanced backend, because in my video, I have also said that Codex and any agentic AI code writing tool, you have to sit on top of it as a senior engineer, right? I'm not saying it YouTube. I'm not saying it's very difficult, but in my college, friends, everyone is running after DSA, DSA, DSA. That annoys me. We discussed this before. Also, we have both agreed that we are not into jobs. Yeah, man. See, for example, if somebody is in college and their peer, their friends and everyone is doing DSA, 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 that is fine. Okay. But the thing is, they have closed their mind. They have actually closed their mind. They think only DSA is the world. But that's not true. Apart from DSA, also, you can do development, you can build things. And if somebody is a fresher in college, I will suggest that do DSA, but don't give your entire day to DSA. Just put a target that I will do 1 or 2 questions every single day for DSA, and that's enough. Okay. Async handler. We have this. Where is it? Yep. We have the data. Const parsed data. Not this. What we can do is const. We also need to create the service. Also in service, we need to create this export class auth service. Okay. Then constructor. Also we have this, and also here we'll create async. We'll create function like async register user service. Okay, we have this function and we'll use this function. So here we'll have const result equals await. We will be using this. Hold on. Auth service dot, not this, just a sec. What we need? Yeah, we need to create a dependency as well. So for that dependency, what we need? Hold on. So for that dependency, auth container. Yep, we need to create this auth container. Auth dot container.ts. okay, we have this first. Okay, so before we do this, we pass this data. So in service, we pass this data, and we have the data here. Data, and data will be of type register user DTO. Okay, we have this data type. Anirban, bro, can you start Twitter space where we communicate more precisely with you? A Twitter space, how to do that? Yeah, that's the problem. DSA has trapped them. Yeah, man, I agree. Sid, what's your age now? Sid, I'm 25 years old now. So we have this data, and hold on. So we have this data, and also we need to create the repository layer. So here also we have export class auth repository. Okay, here we don't need the constructor, and async create user function, create user, async create user. Okay, and here we'll have the data which is of type where is it, register user DTO. Okay, we have this, and here we'll do const user equals await let's do this. We have this, just a sec. So we are passing the data password, right? We are passing this. So here we are going to do this. So first this async. So first we are going to find a user with that particular email or username. Hold on, I don't think we need username at all. We actually don't need username because we already have email, so we don't need username. Hold on. Okay, we have this, and here in my user table, if I go, username field should be gone, last name, email. Yep, username field is gone. So for this part, what we can do is, in my auth.schema also, we can remove this username part. Username part is not required. Okay, so first hold on, we can remove this also, and auth service. So we have this, and this auth service implements, this is very important here, guys. So first we need to create an interface, export interface I auth repository. This is very important. So here we'll create the methods. So here we need to create the methods like create user, right? So we have this create user method, promise of type user or null, and this user will come from here. Yep, user or null. Okay, we have this create user, and in create user we are passing the data. Hold on, so this data can be of type register user DTO. Okay, and in repository layer we have to do this implements I auth repository. Okay, hold on just a sec, I'll just recheck. Repository, we have this implements. Yep, so we have this create user. Okay, so we have this create user part, and in auth repository, so we have this const user equals await prisma dot user dot create. We have data, but we are getting issue. What is missing? Okay, we cannot do it like this. What we need to do is we need to get all the particular data first. Let's do it like this: first name string, last name, कैपी भाई तुम्हें वेबसाइट्स के थ्रू रॉयल्टी मिलती है क्या? करेंटली नहीं. नहीं मिलती. String. Hold on. So what are we passing? Schema. First name, last name, email. First name, last name, email of type string. First name, last name, email. First name, last name, email. Password of type string. Role of type string. Phone number of type string. And same copy this the interface layer. Here also pass this. We have this. Okay. So here what we can do is create user. We'll pass the first name. We'll pass the last name. Okay, data. First here we have this. Then in data part we are passing first name, last name, email, password, role, okay, let's put it like this, role, phone number, what else does it need, username, data, but username I have removed it on the schema. Here we have removed it, and from my schema.prisma we have removed it. Okay, so this is done, but type first name, last name, don't have to type. Okay, properties I am missing, first name required in user created input. Okay, let's see. Why not create a user object and pass it in function? Yes, like we can do this. We can create an object of this. Just a sec. First, we have to solve some errors now. Hold on. So, turn this user, but this data, we have this. Okay, just a sec. This we can remove this. This part we are doing it. Auth service. Hold on. We have this now. Constructor. In the constructor we can use, say that, private repo user repo of type iauth repository. We have this. So we have this. Just a sec. So what is happening first? Here also we have removed the username part. Have we? Yes, we have removed it. So why is it saying there? First name, last name, email, password, phone number. First name, last name, email, password, phone number. Okay, and this role part we are giving it here. Just a second here. Auth repository. So here we have this data type, first name, assignable to type without user created, user without type, first name, last name, string, email, password, string, phone number is not assignable to type. Create input. Username is missing. Galomium. Hello Galomium, welcome to the stream. First guy not I saw today who is not doing vibe coding. Slop makes me so happy. Keep it up. Actually, we are trying to learn here advanced backend and system design, so that's why we are not going into vibe coding and all. Because even if you want to use AI code editors to its full potential, you need to have a good understanding of backend, like of the code really well. Galomium, you forgot to add username, I guess. Actually, in my schema, if you go to my schema, here I have removed username. Username is not here in my schema, right? And also in my, if I go here, okay, got it. I think, okay, no. Here also, auth.schema, from here also I removed username. Okay, so from auth schema also I have removed username, and then in my auth.interface, here also I have removed username, right? Then we have this. वैसे आज मैंने वेब डेव सीखा दिन भर. That's nice, Cappy. That's great, man. So hold on, auth interface, we have this auth service, we have this auth repository, this data username part. Let's just see what we get. Username, but username is not here. No value exists in scope. Exactly, because we have removed username, it is not there. So await Prisma. So in my lib, just a second, my lib Prisma, we have this. This is fine. Okay. एक बार सर्च करके देखो कहीं और तो नहीं है. हाँ वही मैं कर रहा है, सब सीख लूँ, मन करे सब सीख लूँ. हाँ मैन, आई नो, लाइक कभी हम जब सीखना स्टार्ट करते हैं तो मन करता है कि सब सीखते रहे. सो होल्ड ऑन, कंट्रोल शिफ्ट पी. Not here. How to check all the files? Username. Okay. What we can do is from here we can go to route. We are validating it, and just a sec. For now, let's use this controller also. Register user controller. Use this register user controller. Okay. So data is going from here, then it is going here, then in this auth controller we are doing it, and okay, this is happening. We'll do this. What is the issue here? Property username, index d.username is declared here, but required in user created input. Okay, let's go with role. Okay, no. Okay, let's do one thing, that we can go to GPT and we can ask Andres Rodriguez. Hello Andres, welcome to the stream. How you learned backend, bro? See, for this advanced backend and system design, I have created my own curriculum. And we are in the phase 2 right now. I've completed the phase 1. In phase 1, we learned about layered architecture, clean architecture, DTOs, validation, error handling, and all these things. And now we are into the phase 2, and we are using the knowledge of phase 1 into phase 2. Along with it, in phase 2, we are trying to learn about indexing, query optimization, transaction isolation levels, all these things. So I'm using this as a curriculum, and then I'm teaching myself, through documentations, through AI, and mixing these two, I'm trying to learn. Okay, so what we can do is this thing. This is my code, schema.ts, then this is my lib, this is my prisma.ts. This is done. This is my auth repository. This is my auth repository.ts. Okay, we have this auth repository, then auth schema. Where is my auth schema? So let's go with auth route first. Auth route is my auth route.ts. Then here we have auth controller. That is my auth controller.ts. Okay. So this is my auth controller. Then this is my auth container not required. Auth service. And this is my auth service.ts. Okay. And my auth repository. Did I give auth repository? Hold on. No. So this is my auth repository. Auth repository .ts. I am getting this error. Now let's see. राहुल, हेलो राहुल, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. भाई आज तो सर दर्द हो रहा है पूरा. क्या हो गया राहुल? व्हाट्सअप राहुल, क्या हो गया? This error is not random. It's a Prisma telling you to generate types and your schema are out of sync. Look at the key. Okay, I think I got the issue. So when we were migrating, we did not. I think we need to generate as well. Okay, yeah, it was a schema issue. Basically, we did not generate it. After migration, we have to run the generation command as well. SaaS का क्या हुआ? SaaS का development हो गया. MVP version is done. And now I am working on the production side of the SaaS and also waiting for the business registration to be completed. Once business registration is done, only then I can deploy the SaaS and use the payout feature as well. And welcome to the stream, UJJ. What's up? So we are getting this. Okay, this is done. Okay, function. Okay. Role. Okay, better approach. Role. Okay, fine. So what we can do is we can pass this role and this role from here. Okay, not here. This role from here, I need to put it here. Role. So this role we are getting, and also here we are getting this. Okay, so this is happening from here. I'm getting password, last name, roll number. Okay, and this is happening, and in my auth service I need to use it, right? So first, in register user, what is the logic? First we need to see if our user with that particular email exists or not, because we cannot have one user with multiple email, right? Shantanu, hello Shantanu, welcome to the stream. What is the best way of learning building projects or just doing lead code? The best way is doing both. See, lead code, don't give 6 to 8 hours to lead code, just give 2 hours to lead code. If you're really if you want to get into product based company, lead code is DSA is required. So give 2 hours to DSA, and apart from that, give your entire day to development, building projects. Lol, it was simple. I thought there is some username left in the file. Yeah man, I forgot to generate, like after migration in Prisma, we have to generate the file as well. Okay. Om, if you want to get good, don't use Prisma, learn SQL. Actually, I know SQL, and see, actually, I want to get into startups and all, and startups do use Prisma and Drizzle a lot. So that's why I'm learning Prisma. Golium. Okay, dude, bye. See you tomorrow or something. Thanks, Golomium. Thanks for joining the stream, brother. OJJ. मैं डिजिटल एजुकेशन प्लेटफॉर्म पर काम कर रहा हूँ मर्न स्टैक के साथ. उसका MVP बनाने के बाद उसको भी प्रोडक्शन ग्रेड के काम करने ही यूज़ डिप्लॉय करना पड़ेगा. ये टास्क कैसे अकम्प्लिश करूँगा? उसको प्रोडक्शन बनाने के बाद उसको भी प्रोडक्शन ग्रेड के काम करके उसको डिप्लॉय करूँगा. अच्छा, तो आप पहले इसको MVP बना के उसको फिर देखो कि प्रोडक्शन में आपको क्या क्या चाहिए. जैसे जो env फाइल आपको चाहिए वो डालो. Put all these required env files in your .env file, right? All the environment variables should be there. Then wherever you're using hard-coded values, don't use hard-coded values. Okay. Omi, they know Prisma cause they are bad devs who have zero knowledge about database. It's sad. Yeah, see, Prisma actually gives an layer where we can just switch the database in future. As you know, in ORM, it does not get tied to one particular database. So Prisma or any other ORMs help us to, in future, maybe if we want to use another database, then we can just simply change the configuration and it's done. Okay, thank you, welcome. They can't interact with DB directly without ORMs. It's sad. Actually, it's also not a good practice to write direct SQL, direct SQL commands in your code. I read it somewhere that it's not a good practice to write direct SQL commands. Okay, so register user service. So first, I need const first name, last name, email, password. Okay, see, role is actually optional, right? So first let's go like this: first name, last name, email, password from, hold on, data, right? Okay, we have this, and first get user by email. We need to create that as well. All interface, create user. Before this, get user by email. So we pass the email of type string, and here we get promise, and here we get either user or null. Okay, then we implement this async this, and here we have email of type string and const user equals await prisma dot user dot find unique, where we have email. Okay, and then after this we return this user. Omi, you can write direct SQL, mate. It's more performant. Okay, and it's safe. People think it's not, but if you use parameterized queries, you're good. Okay, thanks, Omi. I'll get into that. Thanks for letting me know. NG Tantani, we don't code anymore. Okay. We have this first name, last name, fine. So let's get const existing user equals, let's use await this dot user repo dot get user email, and we'll pass this email. Okay, and if there is an existing user, we throw new app error. Okay, we throw new app error, and message is user with this email already exists. Okay, and it will be 400. Fine, no problem, mate. Okay, Omitoj. Snehit, hello Snehit, welcome to the stream. Can I get any best Spring Boot resources? For Spring Boot resources, you can go to Embark X YouTube channel. It's very good for Spring Boot. Or Telusco or Embark X. These two YouTube channels are very good. I'll show you. If you go to YouTube, and here you search Telusco, this YouTube channel, this is one YouTube channel, Telusco, or you can also go for Embark X, this YouTube channel. This is also good for Spring Boot. Okay, so first we check if there's an existing user. If there is no existing user, we proceed further. So first we hash the password, right? We have to hash the password. So for hashing the password, let's create a utility function. Let's create a function as password dot util. Hold on. Auth dot helper dot ts. Auth dot helper. This is fine. Export const hash password, and it takes password as an input. Okay, and did we install bcrypt dependency bb? No. So let's install bcrypt. npm I bcrypt. Welcome, Snehadil. Good morning. Good day, Moni. Welcome, man. Omi, nice. You can use bcrypt to hash and save the hash password. Yes, that's what we are doing. Rahul, hello, Rahul. Welcome to the stream. Hi, can you explain what is screening test and what kind of question they ask? Screening test. I don't know about screening test. I maybe like it's a way of saying that if you're a fit in the company, something like that. I don't know in detail. npm I dash d bcrypt. Let's install the dependencies. Okay, so for bcrypt, hold on, any dev dependencies for bcrypt? Hold on. And for dependency we have bcrypt dev dependency. Hold on. Yeah, we made a mistake. npm uninstall bcrypt. npm uninstall bcrypt. So from here it is gone, and in dependency it is gone. Okay, so for now let's create npm I bcrypt. Hold on, so here we got bcrypt, yes, and then npm I dash d at the rate types slash bcrypt. Hey Dhanesh, hello Dhanesh, welcome to the stream. So we have this, and let's do npm run dev. Okay, so for this we have, yep, so this is done. Now for this, let's do const return. Let's make it async return await bcrypt import. Okay, let's import it. Import bcrypt from bcrypt dot hash. Let's pass the password and 10 rounds. Okay, hash it for 10 rounds. Also export const compare is password compare password, and here we have async will take the hashed password as input and the user password as input. Okay, and then here will return return await bcrypt dot compare encrypted data. Hold on, what it does, it takes compare data and encrypted data. So first I need to pass password and then the hashed password, okay, which is of type string, and here we pass the password and there we pass the hashed password. Okay, we pass this hashed password. So this is done. And what does it do? It returns a boolean value. So for this, and what it returns, a string. Okay, so what we can do is, we can do here, it returns a promise of type string, and here this function, it returns promise of type boolean. Okay, we have this, and then we can use this const hashed password equals auth helper this hash password. So we have this await this hash password and pass this password. Hold on, password, hash password, we need to import it. Okay, so we got the hash password as well. Hey, Aghori Brahman. Hello Aghori, welcome to the stream. Hey brother, what's your current experience? I have 1 year of experience in working in an MNC. I left my job 2.5 months back. I was working as a Spring Boot developer in a service-based company. So then we have const hash password. So we got the hash password. Now we const new user equals await this dot user repo dot create user, and here we can pass first name, last name, first name, last name, email, password. Okay, and what we can do is, here this role can be optional. This role can be optional because user can or cannot provide role, right? And if what, okay, and auth repository, auth interface also, this role has to be optional. This role has to be optional here. Okay, and here also this role. Okay, auth interface, auth repository. Okay, yup, we got this. And optional, create user. Phone number was not provided. Phone number. Okay, so we need here phone number as well. Let's pass phone number, last name. Okay, what are your thoughts, Aghori? What are your thoughts on the current job market? Are full stack devs still in demand? What skills should they focus on today? I'm preparing for interviews. What would be your insights? Okay, see, the current job market is changing, and there are demands for full stack developers, but the way of writing, you are now expected to learn how to use AI. You are expected to learn how to integrate AI as a fresher as well. And thirdly, your project should be very good. See, now competition is very high, so just building simple project will not work. You have to build very good projects that actually look like products. Only then it will help, right? So yeah, we have this last name, undefined, last name, data. Okay, let's first do it without a role. We have this, then we have to create a mapper as well. Raj, hello Raj, welcome to the stream. What type of project should I build as modern developer? You have to build very good level projects that actually look like products. Maybe you can pick one product, maybe you can build a Notion clone, maybe you can build a Google Meet clone. That kind of project really works. Iku Fasal, hello Iku, welcome to the stream. How to increase spoken English like you? Please let me, bro. I'm from Odisha. Welcome to the stream, Iku. And to improve your English, there are three ways. First, you need to start reading books. Then you can start listening to English podcast. And most importantly, when you're alone, try to speak in English, because the more you speak, the fluent it gets. Building clone works, yes. See, building clone, not just direct clone, you have to give your own touch as well. That works. Not directly Notion clone. You can just get inspired from it. Maybe you can combine two things, like you can combine Notion and Slack together, something like that. What are the projects you have created? When I was preparing, I built projects. Like a few days back, I built a social media application, my own social media application, and I deployed it as well. People were using it for 1 month, then I took it down. So it was actually a very good full stack project. You can see that stream where I built a full stack social media project. Then I built an AI agent, a note making AI agent. I built that as well. So yeah, that kind of project you can go for. Which type of English book podcast can you suggest? Something for English podcast, you can go for Lex Friedman YouTube channel. Then Diary of a CEO, that is a very good podcast. And if you want to get into books, if you're interested in self-help, then you can start reading self-help books. If you're interested in philosophy, then you can start with Dostoevsky's book. Okay. Dashind. Hello Dasind, welcome to the stream. Hi bro, new to the stream. Hello Dasind, welcome to the stream, brother. How are you? Raj, can you suggest me some good projects as a fresher, 2 to 3 projects to put on resume? See, if you want to give 3 projects, you have to showcase 3 different skills. First project should show that you are very good in CRUD operations. Second project should show that you can handle real-time data like WebRTC, WebSockets. Then third project should show that you can handle video data as well, video streaming as well. So if you build these kind of projects, it will help you a lot. Okay. Close auth repository. We have this auth repository, first name, last name, email, password, phone number, role. First name, last name, email, password. First name, last name, email, password. Phone number, role. Auth repository. If role only, let's remove role for now. Let's remove it. Let's remove role for now. Created user. For now, let's remove role entirely. Auth repository, auth interface, remove role entirely. Okay. What is this issue? Hashed password. Password will be hashed password. Okay. Number, but got 6. Create user. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Interface 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. What is this happening? First name, last name, email. Okay, pass hashed password. Passing this hashed password field, and then we are passing the phone number. Iku, what are you pursuing currently, brother? I've completed my BTech. I had a job. I left my job 2.5 months back. I was working as a Spring Boot developer in a MNC, in a service-based company. I left that job. Thus, bro, do we have a value if we learn full stack web dev in the future? Yes, there is value. Entity. Hello, bro. I earned my first income 2K. Like for now, money doesn't matter, but I was so happy. That's great. Entity, congratulations, man. Also, any good free course or source for going to cybersec? For cybersec, I don't know, man. Abhijit, I hope you're still not in college. I have completed my BTech. I used to work in an MNC. I left my job 2.5 months back. Some people says web dev is already replaced by AI. See, front end is getting replaced by AI a lot. That I agree. But back end is demand is still there. Okay, thanks. Welcome, entity. So we are passing this create user or repository. We are getting this create user. First name, last name is optional. Actually, last name is optional, right? Last name is optional. We are getting optional. So that's what is happening. Okay, so we have this and create user. Where is create user? Last name, make it optional as well. Put this here. Okay, give me the full code of register user. Let's see. Auth service, first name, last name, email, password, phone number. Check if okay. Create user, role dot user, auth repository. Okay. Auth dot schema. Okay. Auth controller. Okay, rest body. Let's do one thing that we can go here. Eco and why you left and what's the benefit of freelancing, and just elaborate this topic. I want to gain some knowledge. Actually, I left because there was no work-life balance. I want to build my own startup and build my own SaaS. So that's why I left, because there was no work-life balance. I was not getting any time to work on that. Are you like freelancing right now? Yes, I'm doing. Frank. Hello Frank, welcome to the stream. Hey man, just subscribed. How did you grow your channel? Just asking as someone who has started their own channel. I grew my channel just by being consistent. I was posting continuously. That's why I grew my channel. Okay, so this is my code. Okay, just a sec. My code auth.service. Let's start. Auth.route. Just don't give auth.route, give auth.service, auth.service.ts, auth.repository, auth.repository.ts, auth.interface, auth.interface.ts. Okay, we have this auth.interface, auth.service. We have this. I am getting this auth.schema, auth.schema.ts, auth.schema. I am getting this error. Auth service. In auth.service.ts. Okay, let's put this. What's the benefit of being freelancer? See, freelancing is good, but Yeah, see, if you are getting constantly constant projects, then only it works. Or else income can, it can fluctuate a lot. So you are like 2025 grad, man. You got the balls to do this. Actually, I graduated in 2023, not 2025. Yeah, man. Actually, I wanted to build my own startup. That's why I left my job. Shivam, can you define what a CSE student do in each semester in order to get good placement, so that as a first year I get to know what I'm up to and what should I do? Okay, so in your college, first thing is that don't get a backlog, avoid backlogs. Second, do DSA along with project development. See, DSA will help you to crack interviews, and you don't have to give 8 to 10 hours to DSA every single day. Just give 2 hours to DSA. That's it. And rest of the time, just build projects. For example, if you're doing DSA with Python, then get into Python ecosystem. 7.9 CGPA till now. Okay. You could try to improve it. It will help. Eco project and how you generate salary after left. Okay. So before I got into job, from before only I'm doing freelancing. Then I got into job, then left my job. Now I'm doing freelancing only. So, and also I'm taking one-on-one calls. And guys, if you're interested, if you want one-on-one call with me, like if you want, you know me to understand your strength, your weaknesses, and whatever your goal is. For example, if your goal is to get a job, or if your goal is to build your own SaaS or build your own startup, and you need my guidance, then you can book a call with me, and you can DM me on Instagram to book a call. So yep. Okay, so we have another time mismatch here. Nothing fancy. What's this? Name. Auth repository. Service. Auth repository. Auth interface. Yeah, we are doing this now. Then what is the issue? Okay. Fix repository method. A string or null. String or null. Okay. Interface also. String or null. Last name. New user. It's okay. This is happening. Okay. Create user. This. Pass it like this. Pass this. And interface. This. 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 Put it like this here. And repository. This. And then we can just put the data here. Okay. This password. db okay. Okay, there we go. Password string, last name, last name optional, optional string or null, auth repository, last name this also, string or null, this, this is my code. auth.service.ts auth.repository.ts auth.interface.ts. last name null, data, wait, Prisma will create data. Okay, it will be interface, it will never be null. Create user, data, okay, data one, as well. So this happened, this happened. Remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. Eco, yes, bro. I want a one-on-one call. Yes, you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram link is in the description of the stream. Shivansh Verma. I'm totally confused. I can pick a field and pursue as currently trends are rapidly changing. If I do full stack dev, it will be totally destroyed to 2029 for a fresher to enter. Same for other ones. See, lots of fear mongering is going on, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि if you get into full stack everything will be destroyed. No, the way of writing code will change. I agree, but if you're really interested, you have to pick your interest first. If you're interested in full stack, then only go for it. If you're interested in AIML, then go for that. First, you have to pick your interest. See, trends will change, lot of things will happen. But if you are actually skilled and you are actually interested in something, then go for it. Same batch. I am mostly worked on front end. Now I started applying for Switch. No calls. It's graveyard. Even when getting calls, they are ghosted after that. Okay, Abhijit, I would suggest you should get into backend as well. Then become a full stack developer. What field you feel is the best for 2029 placements? For 2029 placement, agentic AI developer, something like that. Mostly worked as front end and some features I built in Node for our office portal. Now when I started applying it Java everywhere, like damn bhai kya karu iska. See, front end that's fine, but agar Java, if you're seeing demand, then start learning Java, then quickly get into Spring Boot. You already have experience, so you got a job and you can use that experience and then you can start applying. That experience will help you to get a job. But Right now, make sure that you're skilled enough as a full stack developer. Focus on full stack. Abhijit, Shiva, message पढ़ लो भाई, पढ़ लिया? Okay, Iku, bro, but I don't use Instagram. Okay, you can use my email as well. You can find the email in the my YouTube channel about section. You can find the email from there. You can DM, you can email me as well. Eco. So how to one-on-one call? You can also email me on Gmail. Yeah, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can also use Twitter. Like I am available on Twitter. Twitter link in the description of the stream. Hunter Gaming. Which language is most useful? Python and JavaScript. So then we have to create the auth container. Export const. Hold on. So for this one, const auth repository equals new auth repository, then const auth service equals new auth service, and it depends on auth repository, and export auth service. Okay, then we use this, and in controller we get this const result equals await auth service dot register service, and here we pass the request dot body. Okay, and we get the data, and we do send response, then we pass the status code, and then we pass the payload success true message account created successfully, and then we pass the data as result. Okay, we get this, and I also want the role. Okay, Shivansh, agentic AI ka required skills. First get into generative AI. First get into full stack development. See, agentic AI is built on top of full stack only, and also with generative AI. First get into pick any one tech stack. I will suggest you go with Fast API and learn React and Fast API. First, see, Fast API uses Python and React uses JavaScript. So first get into Fast API, learn Python, learn Fast API, then get into React with JavaScript, learn JavaScript basics, and get into React. This makes you a full stack developer, right? Then get into generative AI. In generative AI, use how to use LLMs to create to get into generative AI projects. Then agentic AI. Agentic AI is basically giving tools to your LLM. So you have to research about that. Like I have built an agentic AI in this YouTube channel only. You can see that stream. There I built an agentic AI. You can follow that. मैं अभी आपको email कर रहा हूँ. Okay, Eco, I'll look into that email, and then you can book a call with me. Okay, Mavi. Hello Mavi, welcome to the stream. Hi bro, I'm 16-year-old programmer. That's great. Any tips? Try different things because you're young now, so you can actually explore a bit. Then find one interest and go for it. And be consistent. Hunter Gaming, yes. I actually went through Abhijit. I actually went through a lot on this and understood there are two things for experienced guys working. Either you are solid on Java with real production issues, or you can go for LangChain, LangGraph, and RAG related. Okay. So what's your interest? Jordan, do you create a validate middleware inside of the routes TS to check these dot schemas? Yes, I did create a validate middleware. I create this validated middleware, and in the route I am passing this middleware and passing the schema inside it. There is no email ID in your channel, so tell me your email ID. Okay, just a second. I'm adding the email. Hold on, there's no email. Hold on, let me check. Stream settings. Let me add my email. Hold on. Let me add my email. So I'm typing my email. You can check my email here. Abhi10 Sheikh Sharma@gmail.com. This is my email. So yeah, I have added my email, and my channel about section I think you can find the email. I'm not sure. को क्या AWS का क्लाउड प्रैक्टिशनर सर्टिफिकेट लेने से क्या मुझे AI स्किल को सेपरेटली एक्वायर करना होगा? सी क्लाउड प्रैक्टिशनर के बाद आपको AI स्किल हाँ सेपरेटली एक्वायर तो करना ही होगा. लैंग्राफ लैंगचेन ही यूज़ हो रहा है इस टाइम में एजेंटिक AI सीखने के लिए. रैग भी इम्प्लीमेंट होता है एजेंटिक AI के लिए. सी रैग इज़ अ टाइप ऑफ एजेंटिक AI वेयर you pass, for example, a PDF RAG application, right? You know, for that you can basically break your PDF into vector embeddings, and then you store the embeddings in a vector database like a PG vector or MongoDB vector database. Then you perform, you know, either cosine operation and find the similarities, and then you find the data. That's what we do with RAG applications. Good work, keep it up. Thanks, Antoine. Thanks, Antoine. Thanks a lot, man. Movian did. Am I pronouncing right? Movian, yes. I'm currently no C++, QMI, Qt, HTML, Rail-lib, OpenGL. Most do graphics programming, but I know the market for game dev is shit, so I know the software dev. Okay, if you want to get into software dev and use C++, so and you know basics of programming, so you can start with. I will suggest you get into Python, because with Python you can do a lot of things. Get into Python framework, Python environment. Okay, so we have this. So okay, fine. Update your service role. Okay, fine, let's go. We have this here, and service, also get the role and phone number, role if role is there, or else it will be user by default. Then update interface, also role interface. Here also it will be role, okay. Then auth repository, here also pass the role as role, okay. We have this auth controller. Now let's create this. So first let's create a new collection, add a folder here. Shivansh Verma, tell me some useful and industry recognized certifications I can do for some recognition. See, in my opinion, certifications only matter from NVIDIA or AWS, right? And IBM. That's it. Only these three certifications matter. That's what I have observed. Other than that, all these certifications are normal only. But if you get a certificate from AWS, NVIDIA, or IBM, then it will help you a lot. OJJ, yeah, you are right. RAG itself is agentic AI, but RAG is retrieval augmented grammar, and I have seen in another video RAG is used with LLM agents. LLM agent based on context and questions does vector DB. Yep. See, for like we use LLM is used because we define a role to the RAG application. Like for example, you are you're a efficient customer support, and that knowledge base can be the product table of a database, right? Using that we can create a customer support. Abhijit, I feel I'm already out of that. What is my interest? I'm just happy with anything which have a problem I can solve. Not really Java or LangChain. One thing is Java is long time taking thing. Okay, so if you really want to get it, see Abhijit, I will suggest you go into agentic AI because future is really bright and you already have a working experience. So I will suggest you go with Python, get into Fast API, and then start learning agentic AI. uh, OJJ. After LLM agent completes operation with help of vector DB, then it generally replies and answers the questions. Like RAG works on a medical report and gives answer. Yeah, something like that. Abhijit, do you have a top mate or anything like that? No, man, I don't have a top mate or anything. So we get this new folder and we can make it authentication. Okay, we create this authentication, then here we create a request, a register user, then we have a post data http local host 4000 slash api slash v1 slash auth slash register, and then we have the body here. Okay, then we pass the body. So first in my schema, where is it? Auth service bit. Oh yeah, container only, exactly. Then remove this, and here we can go. First let's go to the schema. Where is my schema auth dot schema? Here. So we have the schema, and just a sec, new user, and we also need to create a mapper. We need to create a mapper because we cannot just return this user. We need to create a mapper as well. Return user to user response. I will pass this new user. Okay, we have this, and let's create a auth dot mapper dot ts, export const to user response, and here it takes user as an argument, and then it returns user. Hold on, here we go, and inside this one auth dot response. Yeah, we have to work on the access token, refresh token logic as well. Maybe an edits. Isn't C++ better for OS architecture, low-level design, optimization, multi-threading and stuff because of its speed in customer and control? I'm coding from 7th, or Python is better. Actually, C++ is the mother of all programming language, and C++ is very good for developing an operating system, low-level system designs, optimizers, multi. Yes, C++ can do all of that. But if you're interested in that, then go for it. And Python, even Python's compiler is built on C and C++. Are these private repos? Would love to continue. It's not private repo, it's public repo. Shivansh, what's the learning technique you followed in order to learn something new? What do you have new? What you do have the knowledge knows to you much as I have done Python but ain't able to do now. Okay. If I want to learn something new, first I watch one or two YouTube videos. I see if any good resources there on YouTube. Then I try to follow that. Then I get into documentation. I see documentations. Then I go to AI. I go to ChatGPT. I tell it to teach me. And then whatever GPT teaches me, I compare it with the documentation. And if I see that GPT is teaching me properly, then I try to, use GPT to teach myself. That's the flow I use. Hold on. So we are doing this all response auth response schema. Okay, so response schema ID, username, email. I also want to create a mapper for the user response. Okay. Create a new file or the .ts user response radio, create mapper. So user, okay. Then user response DTO, user response DTO ID. Okay, fine. So what we can do is this user will be of type user from Prisma. Okay, and then the type will be user response DTO, user response DTO. Okay, so here we need type. Let's not here, let's create it here. Let's create this auth dot response dot ts. Here we have user response export type user response DTO. We have this, we have ID of type string first name of type string, then we have last name of type string, then we have email of type string, not password, then we have phone number of type string. Okay, we have phone number, then we have role of type string, then we have created at of type string, then we have updated at of type string. Okay, we got this user response DTO, and here let's return this type user response DTO, and here we do ID user dot ID, then first name user dot first name, then last name user dot last name, then email user dot email. This last name is giving me issues all the time. Why? Okay, ID string is missing following properties. Okay, then we have phone number of type user dot phone number, then we have role user dot role, then we have created at user dot created at, then we have updated at user dot updated at. Okay, date. Okay, we got this, and then here we can do this. Yup, we got this, and we are returning this here, and data. Okay, fine. Auth service, just not this, just do this for now. We have auth service. What is the issue here? What the f is the issue here? What is the issue? We have this, and now let's go. Let's give first name, Noir, hello Noir, welcome to the stream. Bro, I'm tired of using AI. It takes forever to craft a good prompt over and over, and half the time it just wastes my effort. What should I do? Like, how are you using AI? Like, for writing code, or you are using GPT to write the code? Like, you are telling GPT what you are building, and then it is giving you a response and using that response in your code. Like, how are you using AI? Can you explain? Shubham, hello Shubham, welcome to the stream. Bro, how much you use AI for your SaaS? I used AI a lot in the front end, maybe in edits. Bro, if it is okay for you, can you review my GitHub username? Is Meet Sony. Yes, I'll review it. Just give me once today's development session is done, then I'll review it. Shivam, what's the correct way of doing vibe coding? If I want to make a portfolio website, what's the way I can let AI make it completely, but it shouldn't be basic once available everywhere? Okay. So first you need to mention, you can see my, I made a new video code on Codex. There I explained how you can prompt AI. So the best way to prompt is first tell AI what you are building. Second, give the tech stack. Third, tell AI that what architecture you want it to write the code in. Then also, tell AI that you want what kind of styling you want, what kind of design you want. Tell AI all those things, and then it will help. First name, test user, test user. Last name, one, test user one, email, test user one @gmail.com, email, password, test user one. Okay, then auth.schema, last email, password, role, not require phone number. Let's give phone number. Let's give phone number. Let's give 123, any random number, 123456789. Give this phone number, and let's see what we get. Account created successfully. ID, first name, we are getting this. And if I go to my database, here ID, here one, there's a password hashed, role user, phone number. Okay, we're getting this, and we are getting the role as well. So now let's create another user with a seller. Let's create a seller one, TWO, and email, password, 2, and then here let's keep it role should be seller. Okay, let's create a seller role, and here if I go, we have a seller as well. And let's create an admin as well. Free admin. Okay, let's create an admin. We got this admin. Yep, we got this. So for now, let's move last name. Let's give test user 4. Let's remove the role. Let's see what we get. Okay, so without last name it is created, and in last name we have null. All right, good. It is working absolutely fine, and we are getting the data as well. Okay, semicolon, dot user, way easy way. Okay, thanks Ali. Gurveer, hello, what's up? Hello Gurveer, welcome back to the stream, brother. How are you? So today we worked on the register part, and now the user has been registered, and now we need to implement that JSON web token as well, because we are working on the refresh token as well. So that part we have to do. Okay, so first let's commit the code for today. We go here. Okay, it is taking time. Fine. Okay. Commit. Then here push the code. We push the code here. And now if I go to my GitHub, go to the GitHub. Shubham, bro, what is the future of data analytics or data science? Future of data analytics and data science is very good, and it's like it's very bright as well. Iku, bro, just check your mail. I just messaged you. I'll check it. Iku, I'll just check it, and I'll let you know how you can book the call. Shivansh Verma, where you learned backend from? I learned basic backend from Chai or Code YouTube channel, and I come from Spring Boot background, so that's why I know a bit of backend beforehand only. So SRC. So we need to implement JSON web token as well. This thing is done. This thing is done. This thing is done. Okay. So now somebody told me to check his GitHub, right? GitHub meet Sony. GitHub meet Sony. Let's see. Let's search a user. How to search a user? Meet Sony. 5 1 2 3 4 5. Anybody here? Yeah. So this is meet Sony. Okay, nice. README file is nice. Meet Sony. Tech stack I have worked with. Nice. PyTorch as well. That's great. Most used languages: Shell, Python, Go. Nice. Statistics. Okay, nice, nice. Actually, it's a very impressive README file. It's very impressive. Let's see. Edit the file. I'll check it. readme.md. Let's see the code. Oh, nice. It's a nice README file. Okay, and the repositories. Meet Sony. And 5 6. Okay. Top automated scripts. Okay, nice. I'm a Linux and code enthusiast. I just keep learning and tinkering with stuff. That's nice. Okay. So today's development session is done. Yes. Okay. Now we can take some questions. Is there any questions? Close this. Close this. Close this. Close this. And here we can go. Okay. Mavian, bro, I asked one foreign programmer streamer about AI in future, and he said it is just hallucinating tool. All the AI companies will go bankrupt. What do you think about that, bro? See, there's an AI bubble is going on. There is no one will deny that an AI bubble is going on, and people are actually getting over dependent on AI. And AI will improve as well, but it will not replace programmers. To be very honest. शुभम, अरे बीसी लाइव में बैक टू बैक ऐड आ रहे हैं क्यों भाई, ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? ओके, सो लेट्स चेक आउट सम ट्विटर. व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन इन ट्विटर? लेट्स सी दैट. School F hustle. Just comment in the chat what type of English podcast and book for English speaking. Okay, I'll give it to the chat. You can follow You can go for a podcast, can be diary of a CEO or founders podcast. These are good. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's see what is happening here. Scam Altman and Greg Stockman stole a charity. Full stop. Scam Altman. Elon Musk was scam Altman. Okay, a big shout out to Krishna. His Pick Air team. He resolved everything in minutes. Such a kind gentleman. Bugs are now in software. I totally understand that. Great help, team. I went to ClickUp, opened the page source, found a hard-coded API key in JavaScript, copied it, sent it one GET request, got 695 email address, internal. Okay. Cloud design is great, but it can't design like this. We have upgraded our partnership with Microsoft. Microsoft will remain our primary cloud partner, but we are now able to make our product and service available across all clouds. We'll continue to provide them with models and products until 2032 and a revenue share through 2030. Nice. Okay. Bro, I don't understand what is SaaS. SaaS is a business model which stands for software as a service, where we build a software and people pay it on a subscription basis. Okay. We got GTA Bangalore. Nice. If they are willing to die too. Okay, nice. What is happening? Also from dumping everything and leaving. Is that problem? Okay. GPT Arena thinking. Okay. Uh, Malvin edits, bro. Is there anything like during development or anything else which you face a problem or something which makes it workflow slower? Then I come, then I can make a tool of it. Okay, for development, see, firstly to set up the project, it is very slow. Even with Express and all those installation, boilerplate, it takes time. So maybe a boilerplate generator, that it can be a good idea. Shubham, bro, go and learn English from Galgotia. Funny. Yeah, uh-huh. Let me, this place. Come back home. Bharat needs your talent. Our youthful population needs the technology leadership you gained over the years to add them. Oh, nice. Casually, though, I've become a fan. As a developer, what do you prefer for front end? Tailwind CSS, obviously, and Tailwind with chat CN. 95% vibe coders will fumble during interviews if asked this. This is a very important concept of JavaScript. It's called immediately invoked function, if I'm not wrong. IFI, that we say. Just clarify me, bro, which course for English speaking? Actually, I did not never took a course for English speaking. Bro, don't message me in that chat for English book for English speaking. You can go with. It depends on interest. What kind of books do you like to read? You can either you can start with English, reading English newspaper as well. That will work also. Okay. Let's see what's happening in Discord. Bro, you just keep changing my name. Bro, sometimes you call me Malware. Bro, I am Meet Sony. 16 or okay, I'll call you Meet. From now I'll remember your name. Your name is Meet. Meet Sony. I'll remember that. शुभम ब्रो, वो ध्रुव राठी का जो AI कोर्स है ट्राई किया? AI फीसता नहीं, अभी तक मैंने ट्राई नहीं किया है. What is happening? AI tools. Can you review? Okay, let's review this project. Wait, 25th. Okay, I have already reviewed it, I think. Yeah, I have reviewed this. Okay, anything else going on in Discord server? Nothing. Okay, fine. Fine. All right, everyone. I think I'll wrap up now, and thanks for joining the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, do consider subscribing to this channel and drop a like. And if you're interested in booking a one-on-one call with me, where I understand your skills, your current skills, your weaknesses, and your goal. For example, if your goal is to get a job, or if your goal is to learn development and build your own SaaS and startup, then if you need my guidance, you can book a call with me. There I will understand all the things, and then I will try to craft a dedicated action plan that you can follow in the next few months, and you can achieve your goal. And if you're interested in that, you can book a one-on-one call with me. And to book a call, you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram link is in the description of the stream, or you can DM me on you can send me an email. My email is also in the description of the stream. So once you book a call with me, then we can have a call, and it's a 1-hour call where I'll get into detail, and then I'll help you. So all right, everyone, I'll wrap up now. Meet Sony, bro. Have that downloaded full course. I got it from some sketchy channel. Okay, nice. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you enjoyed the stream, do consider subscribing to this channel. Drop a like, and I'll see you in the next stream. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye and good night.